All right, Google Trends Hub viewers, buckle up. We've got a rapid-fire rundown of the biggest stories hitting the digital streets today. First, Google is backtracking on a massive data center plan in Indianapolis after a fierce community uprising. Then, we dive into the legal drama as former Google and Amazon employees sue over Project Nimbus protests. Next, we revisit the Southsiders who fought and won against that controversial Google data center. And finally, a last-minute shocker as Google pulls the plug on its Franklin Township data center project right before the council vote. Stay tuned, you don't want to miss this. Hit that like, subscribe, and bell to stay in the loop. Google backs down from proposed data center after months of community pushback. This is huge. After months of intense debate and a powerful community organizing effort, Google has officially withdrawn its proposal to build a massive data center campus in Franklin Township, Indianapolis. This decision came as a surprise to many, with Councilor Michael Paul Hart announcing the withdrawal just minutes before a crucial city-county council vote. Local attorney Joseph Calderon confirmed the news, sending waves of cheers through the packed council chambers. For months, residents, led by groups like Protect Franklin Township and organizer Andrew Filler, voiced strong opposition, citing concerns over water and electricity consumption, environmental risks, and the limited economic benefits like a few jobs and minimal tax revenue. They argued that the proposed data center would negatively impact their quality of life, and their persistent efforts, including meetings with city leaders and Google representatives, ultimately paid off. While ecstatic, residents like Filler remain vigilant, aware that Google could potentially refile a petition in 3 months, vowing to continue protecting their community. But what does this mean for future tech development in Indiana and other communities facing similar proposals? Get ready, because we're heading into the courtroom next, where former tech employees are taking on tech giants. Don't miss tomorrow's HR industry news. In a significant legal development, former employees of Google and Amazon are pushing forward with a lawsuit against these tech giants, stemming from protests organized under the banner, No Tech for Apartheid. These protests were aimed at the company's involvement in Project Nimbus, a $1.2 billion contract with the Israeli military for cloud computing and artificial intelligence services. The lawsuit alleges wrongful termination and retaliation after employees participated in demonstrations on Google's premises, which led to their arrests. Google's attempt to dismiss the case, arguing that the protests disrupted operations, was largely unsuccessful. A judge ruled that further factual development is necessary, allowing the Title VII claims to proceed. While some state law claims were dismissed due to preemption or inapplicability, the case highlights the growing tension between corporate interests and employee activism, especially concerning geopolitical issues. This is part of a larger trend, with similar lawsuits emerging from tech employees at companies like Intel and Meta expressing solidarity with Palestinians. Will these legal challenges reshape employee rights in the tech industry? Now, let's circle back to Indianapolis, where a community's fight against a tech giant has reached a victorious conclusion. Southsiders prevail in fight against Google Data Center. This is a major win for the residents of Indianapolis's South Side. After months of dedicated advocacy, the community group Protect Franklin Township has successfully pushed Google to withdraw its proposal for a massive data center. The plan would have rezoned 468 acres of farmland, and residents feared it would lead to significant drains on local water resources and increases in electricity costs, with limited benefits in return. Councilor Michael Paul Hart announced Google's decision at a council meeting, met with resounding applause from attendees. This victory underscores the power of community organizing and persistent opposition. While this specific proposal is off the table, the fight might not be over, as other council members have indicated openness to future data center discussions in their districts. The withdrawal leaves the future of the Franklin Township land uncertain. But for now, the Southsiders have proven that collective action can indeed make a difference against major corporate developments. But was this a one-off victory, or a sign of shifting tides in how tech giants engage with local communities? We're heading to a last-minute dramatic twist in the same Indianapolis story next. Google pulls Franklin Township data center plan minutes before council vote. In a stunning and abrupt turn of events, Google has officially withdrawn its controversial proposal to build a large-scale data center in Franklin Township. Indianapolis, literally minutes before the city-county council, was scheduled to cast their votes. This dramatic move, known internally as Project Flow, would have transformed nearly 470 acres of farmland into a sprawling tech campus. While proponents envisioned billions in investment, job creation, and tax relief for local schools, a vocal opposition raised serious concerns about insufficient job numbers, the strain on power and water infrastructure, and a lack of tangible tax benefits for the community. The project faced mounting pressure over issues like farmland loss, perceived secrecy surrounding the deal, and questions about energy and water usage. Councillor Michael Paul Hart, who had voiced significant concerns about the project's impact on the local power grid, was among those who saw the proposal withdrawn. Mayor Joe Hogsett acknowledged Google's decision, reiterating the city's commitment to attracting investment while respecting community input. Google's sudden exit now casts a shadow of uncertainty over Indiana's ambitions to become a major data center hub, raising questions about whether other tech companies will proceed with plans in the region amidst growing community and councilor opposition. Will this withdrawal signal a new era of caution for tech companies seeking to expand in similar communities? Stick around for our lightning round recap and full call to action. And that's a wrap on today's Google Trends Hub. We saw Google backtrack on its Indianapolis data center proposal after strong community pushback. Then, former tech employees took legal action against Google and Amazon over Project Nimbus protests. We celebrated the Southsiders who successfully fought against the Google data center development. And finally, Google pulled the plug on its Franklin Township data center plan at the very last minute. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Google Trends Hub for all your breaking news, hit that notification bell so you never miss an update, and let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Follow us on all social media platforms for more exclusive content.